Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone who's watching this. Um, the good and bad in all of us. I think I want to start talking something that people tend to forget, especially in this generation, the duality of human beings and how we need to accept the bad parts and the good parts of people that come through our lifetimes. And if this could be anything that you're going through right now, maybe you just want to learn about, you know, being able to accept the good and bad, the evil, and the pureness of someone. Well, as far as I've noticed in my life, like everyone has good moments and everyone has bad moments as well. And there have been days where I have met people that I absolutely despise. There have been days where I have met people I absolutely love. And there have been days where some people just pass by because they don't fit into the context of what I think is good and bad. And what's important is that you need to understand that being good is not the idea that you think they are. So, in my eyes, I might find a friend that's really good, but in someone else's eyes, they might think they're bad. And I might think someone's bad, but they might actually be really good. And that's the confusion and that's the irritation, that's the frustration that we as humans have, is because we're so used to identifying things, we're so used to creating judgments for people, we're so used to, adapting ourselves to certain things we've learned and gone through in our lives, is that we forget that that's just our perspective and our definition of what's good and bad. And we go through our lives with that sort of judgment and that set of values and beliefs, which eventually harms us in some way or another. Because when we meet someone who is against our beliefs and values, our only instinct is to escape, run away, or have a flight or fight response. And what I feel is that, you know, um, you need to be self aware. Like, I've seen this thing with us and with me and with my friends, is that nobody's self-aware. Nobody has that ability to see that, you know, I was bad today. Maybe you did hurt some people in your life. Maybe you did mistreat someone. Maybe you did make someone feel bad. But on the other hand, maybe you did make someone feel good. Maybe someone's smiling today because of you. Maybe someone sees a thought and thinks about you. Maybe someone's inspired by you. But you forget that with every good, there's always bad. And we're so used to our lives because of social media and Instagram and everything, that we feel that everything has to be perfect and everything has to be good. Why do you think, well, this is just an example, but why do you think relationships last so long? It's because of the fact that you're there to accept the ups and downs. What do you mean by through thick and through thin? It means that through whatever time and moment, you are there to accept the other. And if you can accept someone else, why can't you accept yourself? You need to start being okay with understanding that not everyone is going to be here to be good to you. Not everyone's going to be here to be bad to you. And understanding that and being self aware helps you sort of comprehend what their actions really mean in life. And it sort of makes you feel okay if something bad happens to you, because you know that's inevitable. You know it's part of life, and there's always going to be good and bad in life. So nothing can change that. And when you start accepting this concept that people will be bad to you and people will be good to you, life's going to get easier. It's going to get better, because you realize that you have nothing to rely on. You don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to, judge anything. You don't have to feel sorry for anything, because it's normal. It happens. And the moment you accept that, you'll feel peace within yourself. And that's why I think that's so important for this generation, especially us, to know that we don't have to be perfect, and we don't have to be bad. We don't have to take revenge, and we don't have to be perfect either. We don't have to be um, achieving everything that we have to right now. There is no comparison to set yourself to, because there is no good and bad. It just is. Life just is. There's no understanding of, yeah, this situation is good, or how they treated me was really bad. No, it's just what they are. It's just what you are. So give yourself a break and understand that you always have two sides to a coin. There's always, you know, a sharp end to a knife, you know, you can't really deny that. So life in its uncanny way will teach you this, and it will make you be okay with what happens. And I feel like acknowledging this is what will help you move forward as well in life. Acknowledging the fact that things will happen which aren't in your favor will also help you move on in life, and things that will happen in your favor will eventually leave as well. So it will keep you going, and it's a cycle that keeps you happy, that you know not everything is going to last forever. Neither will the bad, and neither will the good. You know bad people aren't bad forever, and you know good people aren't good forever. And I think that's beautiful. And I think that we need to learn to appreciate that. We need to learn to appreciate people's flaws, and find beauty in that, because if we don't, then we lose out the essence of what being human and being who we are really is, you know? We're human beings. We're being in this earth. So yeah, it's just something I wanted to share about good and bad, because, well, people don't really know that the difference between good and bad, and they're unable to accept when bad things happen to them, and unable to let go of moments which are good. So I felt like this was important because I had struggles accepting good and bad of people, and eventually you do, and you find out that the only thing that can keep you going is loving yourself and loving others, and just being okay with what happens to you, and, you know, being fine. I guess that's what's important. You gotta accept the duality of everyone. And once you do, you know you have true love for yourself and for others.